Welcome back to the channel. This week we got the motor and tranny installed in the chassis and some metal work and body work done, and follow along and hope you like what we got to offer. As you can see, we got the 79 all torn back apart, getting some metal work and body work done, getting it ready for the paint to be blended in. Here we have the bed for the 79, and as you can see, it used to be a long bed. We cut it down and it came out really good. There's just some minor, hardly anything really, it just needs minor body work and smoothed out. It had some rust back here. We put an inner and outer panel in here. It came out super nice. Back here on the tailgate, it was smashed right here, but we wanted to keep I thought this looked really cool right here. You could see like an old dealer sticker and everything. So I didn't want to mess up this paint at all. So I cut an access panel out of the back and was able to access the dent from back here and pounded it all out. And it came out great. First glance, it looked like it only needed a patch put in right here, which seemed easy enough. But once we tore the truck down, the whole inside was all completely rotted out. So in order to save the original patinaed fender, we got an aftermarket fender and cut this whole front structure out of it and welded it in. This is just cut out roughly clearance. We're fitting the hard fab tubs right now, but that'll be neatened up and it'll have a nice filler piece put in there for the final product. This fender was in pretty bad shape. It was actually rotted out up here, down here, and all of this was all rotted out. So we found an OEM fender that was actually crushed in the back, so we didn't feel bad about cutting it up for the patches, but we replaced all this from the donor fender, put this lower section in from the donor fender, and this piece as well. It's crazy to do this much work on a panel that bolts on, but I just felt it was super important to save this part of the original patina and just have the new paint blended from the molding down. I think it'll keep everything looking super original and untouched once it's done. The cab actually had extensive rust in it once we got it torn apart. You can't really see it now because we have the floor all Raptor lined and finished, but we put inner and outer rockers on it, cab corners. It has a floorboard section. We had to put toe boards in it, but the cab was actually pretty rough once we got it all. It looked good when we got the truck, but once we took the interior out, we found some unpleasant surprises, to say the least. And on this door, it had some rust down there. Now the body work on this, as you can see, there's still dents and waves in this door. We're not taking any of that out. We're keeping this. Basically, all we did was just smooth out where the rust repairs were, because we're going to keep this as original patina, looking like an old farm truck as we can. Like this crease right here and everything, we're not taking any of that out. I just think the look looks super cool and worn, and we'll keep that going throughout the whole theme of the truck. Here's a better look at the firewall that we smoothed. Now that the truck's all torn up, but this is just in high build CRE primer right now. This will be painted shiny burgundy like the original color of the truck whenever it's all finished. But here's a good look at the hard fab panels all welded in, and this is where the vintage air will come through. Yeah, it should shape up really nice. Believe it or not, as rusty as this truck was, the window channel was in beautiful condition, which is almost unheard of on these old C10s. This is the passenger side door. We're still in the metalwork stages of this, but it's coming along real nice. We had to put an inner lower panel and an outer skin on this because it did have a little bit of rust in the corners, but it was super minor. The main problem with this is whoever shipped this truck from Oklahoma, they crushed the whole rocker and everything on the passenger side with what looked like a forklift, and actually the whole bottom of this door was actually smashed, was the main problem with it. And once again, Normally we would never go through this much hassle and messing around with aftermarket metal. We would just go source a good used door, but when you're trying to keep the patina, sometimes patina is actually a lot more work than doing full paint, which some people would find hard to believe. But in instances like this, it'd have been much easier just to throw the door away rather than go through all this hassle. This is what happens when young hot rod builders tell their mom to shut up. How's the garage door looking, Mike?
We got the motor and tranny in the frame here. Started plumbing up the fuel lines and the PCV fittings and everything. Got the gear store 4L80 in. Starting to get the headers in. We're going to start working on the exhaust to get that all done. We got the fuel tank on. We're running the Holley retrofit intake pump in it, which we've used previously with good luck. It uses the factory tank and it just works out really well with the hydromat on the bottom with the fuel injection setup. Get the exhaust and fuel lines and everything done, and then we're going to swap over to a big brake kit and everything on this, and it should be a real nice driver. Frame and everything like that. Nothing over the top, but nothing stock either, really.
Like and subscribe.